Hey everyone, I'm Avalon Lima.
And I'm Cody Cabral, and this is Fred TV News.
We recently learned about some incredible people in your community and surrounding town, so we figured this would be a great way to feature them so that you too could learn a little bit about them.
Yup, what's nice is that we get to meet so many people from all kinds of backgrounds.
Our first story features Nicole Speer, a woman in her late 20s who has already inspired so many others in such a short time. Nicole is the owner of a Spirit Dance Center in Swansea, but even more than that, she is responsible for guiding and supporting so many youth in your area.
Developing a routine in life can be a challenge in today's world for a young teen. That's why it's important to have structure, balance, and stability. And what better way to do that than through dance? And having a great role model to look up to makes things 10 times easier. And that's why I decided to highlight Nicole Speer from Speer Dance Center as a unique and interesting person.
Now owner and director of Speer Dance Center, Nicole was previously a lead choreographer at Laura Lee's dance studio before taking it over during COVID year and making it her own.
I started dancing when I was 3 years old because my mom wanted to put me in an activity that would build some confidence. So I danced in the studio setting until the end of high school, and then I went to Rhode Island College for dance and youth development, and after college I continued to teach and perform locally. Dance has impacted my life in a lot of different ways, but I think the biggest thing that it's given me is a community, not only with the students that I get to teach, with the dancers that I got to dance with, but also just the dance community as a whole, and getting to express myself as an artist and share my passion with my students and those around me has been a really great gift. It's taught me how to be motivated, how to have great work ethic, how to establish habits, and how to build something that you're proud of and to give your all the time.
What has been your proudest moment in your dance career?
I think it would be hard to narrow it down to one proudest moment, but the one memory that sticks in my head forever is seeing our dancers on stage for the first time as Spear Dance Center dancers. But there's a lot of proud moments that happen just from the tiny victories in class to seeing what my students are doing after and just getting to celebrate all of their successes in many different aspects of life.
This young studio owner has had such a huge impact on her students as well as her colleagues and anyone who has ever crossed her path. She stresses kindness, strength, and perseverance through all lessons in and out of dance.
My favorite thing about working with Nicole is how encouraging and motivating she is. She pushes me to be the best dance teacher I can be while still making me feel like she trusts me. As my teacher, Nicole taught me the importance of being responsible and holding myself accountable. She showed me what a strong work ethic is and what being a leader looks like. As a colleague, she has demonstrated what it means to show up for our students, other colleagues, and giving my best no matter what.
Nicole has come a long way from being a student to an instructor to a studio owner. Through all this, she has had such an impact on everyone's lives around her in such a positive and helpful way, influencing students, colleagues, and family. I think it's safe to say there isn't anyone who has had the opportunity to get to know Nicole and doesn't love her instantly.
What am I most proud of Nicole for? That's hard to answer in just one word. There's just so much to be proud of her for.
I'm proud of Miss Nicole for helping all of us improve our dance skills.
For opening up her own business when she started as a student and working her way all the way up.
I find it truly amazing that she has set her mind on a few things and she's attaining those goals.
Nicole knows the impact that she has made on my life, so I guess I would say I'm most proud of the person that she is.
The most important thing I learned from Nicole is to be kind and to be very diligent.
And supportive, forgiving, so encouraging to all her students, young or old. I'm proud of the woman she has become.
Just to always have fun and treat people with kindness.
I myself have had the pleasure of having Nicole as my own role model, and I wouldn't be where I am today in life or in dance without her. We love you, and thanks for everything.
Thank you, Miss Nicole, for everything you do for us. We love you.
Wow, fascinating. I can't even stretch like that. Speaking of stretching, this young lady already has an impressive career in athletics ahead of her. She's been a key player on the soccer field, a gymnast, a dancer, and now currently holds the title of Division I state champion in the 1-meter dive.
While I swim to the cafeteria to get breakfast, Rachel Silva swims to victory. Let's take a look at her life.
Rachel Silva started with dance, winning many awards. She then moved on to cheerleading and basketball in middle school.
Okay, Rachel, how has gymnastics and dance helped you in swim?
Going from gymnastics to diving has really helped me, only because like flipping and everything it just comes natural sometimes. And the only hard part about going from gymnastics to diving is landing on your head. Like gymnastics, you always land on your feet. Diving, it's always head first. So I just think gymnastics has helped with like flipping and being able to know where you are.
Now that Rachel Silva is in high school, she has accomplished much more, becoming a varsity sports player and state champion for the swim team.
All right, Rachel, how can you relate the discipline from all the sports that you've played to like your everyday life and to school?
Being able to show up to practice on time, hardworking, like every day, being able to take criticism from your coaches and teammates, being able to work with your teammates has just been put into every day, because in the classroom, obviously you have to get your work done every day and put your best foot forward on your academics, and also working with your classmates to keep a good environment in the classroom.
I agree. I think it's important for everybody to have discipline at a young teenage. There you guys have it. Rachel Silva, the best swimmer that Durfee has seen in years.
She is such an impressive athlete, breaking records and making a name for herself, and also equally as remarkable as a student too.
Here's another Hilltopper who had a great career as a student athlete. Steve Mata was not only a student, but also decided to come back into Durfee in 2009 and coach our Hilltoppers. Durfee pride runs in his veins.
Not all superheroes wear capes, but Mr. Mata is a hero in my book for EOA. Here are some things that Mr. Mata did back in his day. He has played college basketball, he has played semi-pro basketball, he has played Durfee's boys basketball, well, at least he coached as a head coach, and he has played high school basketball as a referee. He coached them as a referee too. So, Mr. Mata, please tell me about your experience playing semi-pro basketball.
Well, that is a great question, Brady, and thank you for asking that question. Let me go back a little bit in history. First and foremost, I played at UMass Dartmouth here locally. They were a powerhouse, so I was very fortunate to play on that school and had an opportunity to go very far in the playoffs. But once I graduated out of college, I continued to play. I played in a lot of leagues and was very fortunate enough to end up in a team called the Boston Frenzy, who had a lot of superstars, a lot of Division I players. One of them by the name of Marcus Houtman, who's a computer tech here at Durfee High School and played at New Bedford High School. And my coach happened to be Kobe Bryant's dad, a.k.a. his name was Jellybean Bryant. So it was a great experience.
So, Mr. Mata, mind explain how playing basketball made you a better coach?
Oh, yeah, absolutely, Brady. That's another great question. Well, basketball gave me the experience on the court as a player. And luckily for me, playing basketball for good coaches and good programs taught me right from wrong and put me in situations that I can learn as a player and then transition that as a coach. So I had a lot of experience as a player working for playing for a lot of great coaches. And with that, it helped me be the coach I was when I coached basketball.
In addition to basketball, Steve Mata has an amazing career in teaching as well. He was a teacher for 25 years. He was bilingual. His first job teaching was at St. Vincent's School, and he has also taught 1 year at Brockton and Randolph. Tell me about teaching and what did you enjoy most about it?
Well, my teaching started way back at St. Vincent's Home. That was actually my first job as a teacher, St. Vincent's Home. From there, I went over to Brockton High School. Then I went to Randolph High School. Then I was in the private sector working for alternative schools. And then in 2004, here I am at Durfee High School. But in regards to your question, what do I love about teaching? It's the connection that I make with the students. It's the learning process. I love when students learn and grow, and it just makes me feel good, the knowledge that they can gain, and that's my goal.
So how have you helped the youth in this community?
Well, how I have helped the youth in this community? Well, when I was the basketball coach, we had some leagues that we've established to help build the skill sets and to work with them as young individuals, young men. We also had some travel teams that were developed when I was the coach here. And that helped the youth grow and the community grow. I've reached out in part. I'm currently a referee, Brady. I don't know if you knew that. So I'm always giving back to the game. I referee a lot of basketball games at the Boys and Girls Club of Fall River. And anytime I see a moment where it's a teachable moment, I like to instruct and teach that student or that individual. I always see a lot of people in the community too, and it might not be so much giving back, but the former students who I see out there working, it's always good to have honest conversations and check in and always let them know that if they need anything, that they can reach me here at Durfee High School.
This is Brady Dias from Fred TV News.
For many years now, Durfee has had an impressive security team. Some have even stayed on board when we moved to this new building. One of them, however, wasn't able to continue here because he had bigger plans. When Jurgen Castro worked as security guard at Durfee, he had already begun his MMA career. Professionally, his career was taking off and required full-time commitment. Known as the Mad Titan, Jurgen recorded what is currently at 9 wins and 4 losses.
Gavin Ferrari here, and I am here at the Regiment Training Center where I'm going to meet Jurgen Castro, a heavyweight MMA fighter. So let's go check this out because I'm excited.
De Castro was born and raised on the island of St. Vincent, Cape Verde, and at 18 years old, De Castro moved to Portugal to pursue his dream of kickboxing. He dreamed one day of fighting in the big kickboxing promotions K1 and Glory, but never believed it would be possible in Portugal. He later moved to the U.S., living in Fall River, Massachusetts to train to become the fighter he always wanted to be.
Growing up in Cape Verde, what was it like moving to Portugal at 18 and then coming to Fall River to pursue your dream of kickboxing and MMA?
Yeah, like I say all the time, it's like everything in life. Everything is about adapt. We have the skills as a human being to adapt everywhere we go. And it wasn't easy in the beginning. It will never be easy. But I adapt. I persist. I'm a persistent, and that's it, man. I stay persistent and keep learning.
Tell us what your most challenging fight was and why.
The most challenging fight was definitely the last one. I fought a former champion, Junior Dos Santos, someone that I grew up watching fighting, someone that was my idol. So it was really difficult to separate the human being and the fighter. So it was a very emotional fighter for me. It was definitely the hardest one. He had a lot of skills. It was a champion for 13 years. So that was definitely the biggest fight of my life.
De Castro uses his skills to give back to the youth of Fall River, Mass. By doing this, he would help younger kids and teach them how to defend themselves. The gym is called Regiment Training Center and has tons of stuff there to help your kids learn to defend themselves. Jurgen hasn't been training with any kids lately, but as you heard from yourself, he plans to do it again in the future after his upcoming fight.
I heard you used to teach some of the youth of Fall River how to fight, and what was it like doing that? Did you love it?
I love the experience. When I was working Durfee, then I moved to Talbot. So there's a lot of kids that was kind of rough, have a lot of energy. So we invite them freely to come to the gym, so we can put in the good energy, the energy you have, spend in the gym instead of doing the bad things. So it was really great experience, and in the future, I think that's I'm gonna be doing in a couple of years. If I can bring kids from the street and train them and give him a future, a hope. So that's my goal.
De Castro made his UFC debut at UFC 243 on October 6, 2019 against Justin Tafa. He won the fight via first-round knockout, and this win earned him the Performance of the Night bonus as well.
I hope you guys enjoyed my time with Jurgen as much as I did, and remember to always believe in yourself. That, coupled with a little hard work, will get you through life.
MMA stands for Mixed Martial Arts. The professional in our next story may not be fighting his way through life physically, but he is resting and balancing his career as an award-winning artist as well as a teacher of visual arts.
Renegade has won several awards for his graffiti art and even started his own clothing line featuring his art. His artworks have been exhibited at galleries in New York and Los Angeles, and Durfee High School is lucky to have him.
Hello guys, so my name is Ariana, and today we're gonna be with Renegade. Renegade is a fine artist from Massachusetts. His works has been showed around the world. Has also been featured as part of the opening of Urban Notion Museum 2017.
The teaching allowed me to go back and pursue my favorite form of painting, which is abstract expressionism, at a very large scale. So teaching allowed me to rent a studio and purchase materials so that I could pursue the passion I'm on now. challenges of being an artist. Well, there are many more challenges with being an artist than there is a teacher. Art, being a fine artist, one of the biggest struggles is continuing to invest money and time into something that doesn't necessarily produce a monetary reward, right? I've been lucky enough to make kind of just enough money to keep pursuing my craft. I hope one day that obviously the monetary reward is much more, but art, there's something in me that I just need to create. It's not about the money, because if it was really about the money, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing.
Rennie also owns his own clothing line of operates a business right here in the city of Fall River. And he's also a graphic design teacher at Durfee High School.
The work I create now is pop influenced. It brings a lot of the urban contemporary art into the play from my graffiti background. And with the clothing line, you mentioned how was I inspired to create a clothing line? Well, in 2011, 2010, 2011, it was the infancy of people's ability to start a brand and actually get it done, because previous to that, you would have had to know screen printers and people that did embroidery. So with the internet, you could go on the internet and be able to order all the graphics, produce the clothing, and do a lot of the stuff yourself, where you would needed a whole operation of people to do it, even 5 years before that. So I had did a art show titled Hood, and I did it here at the Narrow Center for the Arts in Fall River. And the concept of the show was I had female young teenagers, my daughter included, and some Durfee students were also included in the show. And I had made up a fictitious brand, because when I was doing the portraits to put on canvas, the models that I was using were wearing different brands of clothes. And I was like, well, I don't want to showcase other people's brands in the work. So I made this fictitious brand called Hood, which was the title of the show. The models that were in the show were also wearing hoodies. So I made the clothing brand. The clothing brand was inspired after the art show was made. So the art show inspired me to actually make the brand real and produce the clothes.
Hope you guys enjoyed some cool things that we've seen today.
That's all for our newscast today. I'm Cody Cabral.
And I'm Ivalon Lima. From Fredericksville News, don't forget to catch us Channel 9 in Fall River, and also on Facebook and YouTube. Until next time, thanks for watching.